I said hello in my language and that I'm a woman of the West. We are the people of the West. That my people live in a village called Pama, which means where the water begins. My clan is, and my name is Mahal. Mahila means the dove. My moiety for my religion is Hunwutam, is the bear. So as I have the peacemaker and the protector, and sometimes I'm often in conflict, but it's a good thing. It keeps you kind of balanced. The things I wanted to share with you are many, but few are only to be understood, and sometimes only the breath of the words can come when it is felt by you, felt within you. It took me a while to think about coming, only because there's so many people out there to visit with. Just speaking with everyone, looking at everyone, curious about each other, braving that veneer of, well, hi, hey, and it's a wonderful moment in time, and it was spoken about a long time ago. We talk about this in our journey in understanding the people of the West, and I gave this story to the women in the session, the story through video. Years ago when we started this movement, and I was asked to come and speak to it, and wanted you to hear it. My mother was alive then. She's been gone 6 years. Joan was Julie. I just said that was a good thing. She's still hanging around, and the ladies at that time were just beginning to understand what it was to take a journey with the Department of Justice and trying to find things, programs and stuff to make it work. The envision of VAWA was already in us. It was the way we were born into it, as you spoke so well of your people, that each of us have that part is the women's part of our societies. And helping them to understand what legislation was, my mother listened while I listened to the women speak of the difficulty of making this happen. My job at the time, I'm a traditional leader, and we have 4 clans, and each of us have a role. And as a traditional leader, you're not part of the elected government stuff that the federal government required us to do, or they terminate us, remember? So we're in a more traditional system. And my mother is the matriarch of our clan. This is one of the final few journeys that she took, but it was a pretty powerful one. And she came to the women and listened to them on this, wanting to make these laws to work for them. But she wanted to know if they were the women of the 7th generation, because we were the children of the 7th generation. And the next cycle is starting with our children. And watching that and having it arrive and everything that we went through was extraordinary. And she shared with them, after listening to them for a while, and she called me over, as elders do. So I went over and she spoke to me in the language and she told me what to tell them. And I said, my mother wanted you to know that the women are sacred. And that everything you must do from this day forward be done in a sacred manner, be grounded in the sacred. This was a grassroots movement. These women were practitioners working with our women who were wounded on things that we've all listened to and seen and heard and gave witness to. But it was that generation of leadership throughout Indian country. We were learning in Alaska how to be with one another as tribes. We were very comfortable in our autonomy as tribes and our sovereignty, that we began to learn how important it was. That everything any tribe felt where they were in their nation was felt by us. Any devastation, any celebration, it was a part of who our world was. But learning how to speak together was the journey, in prioritizing somehow how to take care of that. And we realized our common enemies were. But she said to them, and there were about 21 or 22 of them, they're on their way to New Zealand. They were the first group that got funded by OVW. And they were meeting with a Maori woman who had achieved levels of success with healthcare for women, and they had their own healthcare program. It was a good thing they went, because sometimes when you're close inside your world and you don't see through others' eyes, you don't really see how you need to move next or how well you are. So as they took that journey, my mother said that if you do this in a sacred manner, and I told them, it'd be a good thing. Then, of course, again, she came over to her and she was, now you must give them this. I've listened to these women. And this is a powerful song of my clan. And it became a song along with Tilly's song, one of the songs we would sing for the well-being of ourselves. Because we knew the journey these women were about to take for all of us was going to be hard. And she said, remind them who they are, that they are beautiful in Creator's eyes, that any suffering, any wound, He will take care of it or she will take care of it. I come from a world where I'm one of 4 tribes where we have dual deities. We have the male and female creators, the co-creators. So I carry on my arm, the 2 of them. The markings on my arm are our traditional, our creation story. And she points to parts on my arm and says, you tell them this. And so here I am. And so we knew about the dream time. They already dreamed us. But she said, you remind them of Cedar Woman, that she will heal them. We talk about intergenerational trauma. And we talk about how this occurred in our lives long before we were born. And the healing things other tribes would do. And becoming intertribal, and the leadership of intertribal nations that we were, the tribes of our clans and everything, I think we had in common was our spirituality, our relationship to Creator. Our languages were different. Our shelters were different. Our weapons were different. Our clothing was different. Our foods were different. But all those things I named, we all have, just differently. Because of that, she said that that's why it needs to be spirited in the sacred. Creator, as you described what you did, it's very similar in other nations, different ways of saying it. And grandmothers are, the circle of grandmothers, they are very strong, and that's where Cedar Woman comes from. She was the one who knew and had a way of envisioning the world before her, and the world before that, and the world before that, and the worlds to come. And we know that in our dream time that we can be in those different worlds, because our human self, who likes to be involved in everything, gets out of the way. You know how you get up in it. I remember one time Creator was giving me a dream, and I didn't think it was Creator until I woke myself up out of it. I said, no, I don't want to know. Go to sleep. Whoa, I went out again. And I said, I felt that finger come at me, and I said, oh, Creator. I was thinking, I have those conversations, right? So anyway, as our customs are the practice of our tradition, which is what it is. Customs are the way we practice tradition. Tradition doesn't change. Customs might. But it is anchored in forever, at the beginning of time. And as we practice our tradition, she said, Cedar Woman medicine is, very few can do this, and some of you do this. Some of you in this very room need to know you are able to do this. And I was told to tell you that if you go to the bogs where the cedar is, and the bogs, they're about 2-3 feet in water, and you bring that root out, and you shave it just so, and you can brew a tea just so. And you'll know. And that person who is suffering from generations who have suffered the things we've spoke about the days we've been here, there's a healing in that. And it will take you in your dream time to the first perpetrator, the first harmer, and the first woman of your bloodline who was harmed. And you drink that. And when you drink it and sleep through that dream time, Says you tell them that that first one is healed, and it will come back to the one now. That's a powerful thing when you think about it, that it's a possibility. And knowing that it's a possibility allows us to do often the work we do, which is why I was told to share with you. So Mom is not finished. Again. I keep thinking, Mom, you should run this meeting. I'm telling, no, you're fine. And the women have no idea. And I said, well, so we spoke about how all this must be done in sacred, and that the women were sacred. The women are sacred. But also, she said, the strong-hearted have to come forward. And as I journeyed through this, the grandmothers of all these nations I visited, and there was a lot of places, these women somehow would do the same thing my mother. I didn't even know them or speak their language, and there I am going. And I listened to their story, but there's a powerful story that was given to us from the Nisqually people. They spoke of how they would provision ships, and the Pacific West tribes were phenomenal, and still are, that they would provision ships off the mainland. And one time this ship came over and the people got out, the soldiers, and they went onto the land, and a young girl saw them and ran back to the people and said to them, they're coming, the cloud people are coming, because their sails look like clouds. And that grandma who was speaking to me, listen to me. Okay, I'm at a tribal meeting, you know, tribal leaders are, they kind of, hey, I want to talk to you later, kind of thing. But this good grandma was telling me, pay attention. And I listened to her, and she said, all those warriors came together in the leadership and the women, and they greeted her little one and listened to her story, and they went out and greeted them, and they brought them in for something to eat, and they provisioned them, and they told them, you must never, ever step on this land again. And they went back to their ships. But on the way back, one of the sailors raped a young girl. And I could see the tears in this woman's eyes. My heart was in my throat listening. And they found her. And the men raised up their arms and got their weapons, and they were going to retaliate. The women came forward, and they had met, and they said, no. We don't want you to ever know this anger that you feel or live with it. Let us do what we need to do. And she said the women gathered, and they saw, and they looked out onto the water. They had 9 sentries there because they knew they had done wrong. 9 women stepped forward. She said, I need 9 women, the grandmother said, and they came forward and they bathed them and did their hair and dressed them. Lovingly took care of them, these 9 women. And they sent them out to those 9 sentries. My heart is beating. My breath seems shallow, like I can't capture it. Just listening to this, you know. And like now. And as she spoke, I was thinking, wow. And she said they went out, and each of those women, in the middle of the seduction of that man, they killed him. And then they went on the boat. The rest of the women were in the water, and they went to the ship, and they killed every man on that boat and burned it. And they came back to the village, and the women that did this, the strong-hearted, stepped forward, they said, and they took them up to this healing place for them. For at least a year they had to stay there, they said. And they touched the men on their hearts with the palms of their hands. So these are the strong-hearted women of our nation. You will cherish them and protect them and love them. Because we do not want you to ever know this, what that felt like. By then I could not move my feet, couldn't find my legs to walk. I sat with her, and she put her hand on my shoulder and my leg and my back. She says, you need to share this because the strong-hearted have to step forward. And she was preparing us to do what we've done, to be where we are today, to look at 500 of you gather and talk and visit. And it's like between Cedar Woman and this story and the woman, when we met, we'd be like this. We couldn't have a meeting without the women who were there sharing what had happened until they were able to heal themselves up strongly, and we did. Still moving through threats of our lives with these laws, but they healed themselves up with each other. There's a bond amongst us as sisters that we can't even measure. But I think it was important for you to know this story of Was and my mama. So I'm going to do the song because I think it was time to share it with you. And it means, in the beginning, it talks about how Creator lived with us and that Creator was going to teach us about change. And as Creator was teaching us human beings about change, we didn't want Creator to go. No, you live with us. We don't want you to go. So, all of you have different animals and creatures of your world where you come from. And there's another one probably that would be doing what this creature in our world does. So, they sent the animals, talked with the people. The tree people talked with the people. The winged creatures, those that slither, those in the water, we spoke with one another. Still do. Some of you know this. You can call those fish when you fish. However that is, you know. Anyway, in this case, in our story, Coyote went to the west to find a cure. The bear went to the north. Badger went to the south. And the red-tailed hawk went to the east. All looking for medicine to heal Creator because nobody wanted to know or experience Creator leaving. Well, anyway, for some reason, Coyote, on her journey, she said, no, I got to go back. Something's going on. And she went back. Sure enough, Creator had died. And in our world, she was on a pyre, the body was being burned. And Coyote leaped through the flames and grabbed Creator's heart. And that's why the little ends of the coyote's fur is black, because it got burnt. In my world, that is that story. In yours, it might be different. So anyway, we have our ceremonials around our death ceremonies. Things must be done before the coyote sings. Now you know why we say that. If you come my way. So they talk about that in the first part of the song. And the oh-ohs of the song is about you letting go. She said, I can't tell you things without teaching you how to let it go. The second part of the song speaks about us, how we are the little people, not to be afraid. A big person is coming. And again, the ohos, let it go. It's really powerful. But it humbled me to know that my mom chose to give this to you. So if you would just listen and hear what I say, and if you can do the oh-ohs with me, that'd be good. Okay? Now I gotta find a key that you might all be able to sing it. Hey, I'm just kidding. But anyway, let me see if I can find one that I can, now that I got all strong in my heart. Shapuno Yulie, Shapuno Yulie, Aluyam, no shum no pulie. Tokame no shum no tokame no shum no he watu no shum no pulie aluyam when alam show me let it go Whoa, 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 Naqualium, Wanaqualium, Aluyum, Wanalam Sho Mahe, Wanaqualium. Oh, we wanaqua, we wanaqua, he watu, wanaqua, liam, maluyam, wanalam, sho, may, wanaqua, liam, let it go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 for all the unborn children. Whoa, 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 for the murdered and missing. Whoa, 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 for yourselves. Whoa, 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 hey, hey, oh, Joe All my relations. Thank you.